concerns over militarizing the management of this process. We've gotten to that point, Honorable Kirwa. What do you make of that in connection to, this story, for instance?
Well, I will agree, possibly for one of the rare occasions with the Deputy President yesterday, that we are doing so because we've given a lot of premium to papers other than through content. Because, the pyramid of education, I was telling Gabriel, is supposed to be for every one engineer, there are 3 technicians, and for every 3 technicians down the ladder, there should be about 7 artisans. And all these people are important in that particular pyramid. And now with devolution, we should be thinking of how do we build in South Bugirango schools that will last for another 100 years, using the people who have the necessary skills and competencies in terms of performing that particular duty. Otherwise, we'll be building classrooms that will collapse after 5 years because we do not have good artisans the way we used to have. Now, worshipping education as we do as a nation, we have also fallen short of the integrity. So that I just need my university degree, and I say I already have a university degree. That's why about 4 or 5 governors up to now have a problem. They have had to use a court of law to make sure that they sustain themselves in office because their qualifications academically are questionable. Now, so the main problem is, again, back to society. When shall we accept that I don't have to get an A to be given recognition? I don't have to own billions of shillings to be given recognition. It is my integrity, it's my performance, and my interaction with society that shall be rewarded. As long as still we are rewarding papers, we are rewarding wealth, we are not rewarding integrity, we are likely to be in a vicious circle. Finally, on this particular issue, it's systemic. For a child to go to get an A, you pay 100,000. After Form 4, for him to go to police or military, you pay 300,000. Now, how do you expect this child, when he's working there, to behave well? Because he's a product of corruption. True.
The system creating these bad seeds. Your final thoughts?
That's very true. When Gabriel was talking about this glorifying A's, I just remember that early this year I actually hired a certain graduate in the first class in BCom who could not know how to file returns. And who did not even know how you are supposed to do those accounts, and then you file returns and everything. I actually had to outsource again, and it was shocking because the student got an A again in an A- in high school. So we are people who've demonized people who do not really get A's or who don't qualify to go straight to university, and glorified people who pass, even if they passed through, questionable means. Although I must applaud the government on what they are doing on, building TVETs, Technical Vocational Training Institutes. And the Deputy President has been announcing all through that they'll be free. Everyone will go there. The government, it's fully sponsored by the government. So if we change our people to stop thinking that it's through white-collar jobs that you can be able to sustain yourself, then it will be very okay. Because what we're having right now are graduates who think only about employment, how they're going to get employed. I do not understand. I have been approached, just like Honorable Kirwa said, I have been approached when army officers were being recruited in my constituency by people offering me money, telling me, okay, I'm going to give you 300,000. You give those officers 100,000, and then you left it 200,000 because I want my son to be an army officer. With 300,000, you can do so much. I mean, Vicky, I started business, Gabriel, with barely 300 shillings, 400 shillings as selling biscuits. And, I was a law student, but I grew gradually through that. But we're having a generation where people think of only getting jobs, earning some amount of money from somewhere. I'm having a challenge right now in the house of helping my cousin, who is a graduate, to look for a job. He's just seated. He just wants something good.
Sad reality for many.
It's a sad reality.
It's
a sad reality.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kirwa, Honorable Osoro.
But, Vicky, I think it's at this point that we need to it's important for us to wish our president a happy birthday.
It's today.
It's today.
Presidential birthday today.
Oh, it is today.
It's today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Too bad we don't have any cake.
I know. but we still wish,
you know.
but we'll still wish him, our commander-in-chief and our president, a very happy birthday.
Absolutely.
And that does not mean we still will not wish the students
I think it's
and the
56.
peoples
Good success.
Yeah.
Yes.
The president is now 56.
I think it's 56th birthday.
Or 57.
57.
I think so.
We'll need to fact
Yeah, we'll confirm.
Yeah, our students and the peoples who are from next week, and really, Vicky, to emphasize on skill and efficiency. I'm so glad the Microsofts of this world, the Google, you saw Facebook, and also Safaricom, they've removed the degree requirement, which is very good. From the which was very good. I was telling people, I have a friend of mine very quickly who from high school, she passed very well and she wanted to go to campus, but for some reason she just ended up incubating skills. Today she's one of the best 737 pilots at Air Rwanda. I mean, she's amazing.
You know,